So now we're going to be doing decision-making process. So can you please guide me from your options?
From every evidence and the information I gathered from Yvonne, which is the store manager, I can actually see that she admitted of the manipulation of hours, but however she was removed about that. She was guilty of it, which I think is actually going to make her change and order. The second admission, she admitted of manipulation of the figures on the food sales as well. But however, I think we should consider all her record for the past years she's been here, which she has been a highly committed manager. She's been working for over 10 years now, and she's dedicated to the company. Then I believe that this is her first offense, so we should be lenient with her, considering all these facts, even though the manipulation of hours and the manipulation of figures is actually gross conduct, but we still have to be lenient with her, being a committed team member, she's received many awards for the excellent service she's been providing for the company. So I think we should look around that and just make a fair judgment on her.
Sure.
Yes.
So from your perspective as a HR, looking at these policies, etc., do you think it will be suitable and appropriate to give our employee a final warning with some sort of performance management?
Yes, I think.
Would you consider going for dismissal?
From my point of view and from the company procedures, I think the dismissal will be unfair on her.
Right.
But the final written warning, it will be nice so we can monitor the process. And she has to be aware of that as well, that we're going to monitor that 12-month period. So if anything is violated, there's a consequence for it. Yep. So I think that justified all what she's put into the company for the past years. So, and that can serve as a wake-up call to other staff members, that everything is going to be treated accordingly and to the company procedures. So whenever anyone wants to do anything, they will think twice about it before they do it. Because she, as a manager, if she's getting a final warning, then they will be able to know the gravity of the offense that she actually committed, and she can, within that 12 months, she can actually adjust and make and portray herself the way the company wants it.
Okay, so from your point of view, this is going to be setting a message for the other employees of the branch to perform and make sure they don't, ruin the reputation by doing some misconduct.
Yes.
Right. Okay. So from your decision making and from your expertise, I'm coming up to my final decision, which is Yvonne is admitted to being, manipulating the hours. She's guilty of it. She believes she can change and she can be better because of her hard work in aura. She's always working 60 hours a week, which from my point of view is really good. And, not just good for the team, but it sets a message for everyone else. They should be doing it as it follows. And also she admitted to manipulating the figures of the food, which from my perspective, I believe, is lack of training, maybe lack of responsibility as a worker, working 60 hours a week, it is tiring and you can be pressured. So by giving her some personal management, some, keeping some records, some training, this will improve her as a person, because she's already a professional and I'm sure she's capable of doing better than she is now. And also being on final warning, this, perpetuates the whole idea of being sacked if you do wrong in future, which also, you know, I think is potentially a good reason.
It's fair,
yeah, to give.
It's fair reason.
So yeah, personally and from your perspective, I'm sure we won't go for dismissal, which will be unfair.
Definitely.
You know, the procedures can lead to tribunal, as we can agree from HR professional, which can be loads of implications for, you know, maybe inefficient evidence records, and of course there's misconduct.
There's misconduct. However,
employer
Yes.
by doing some, you know.
And even with all that she admitted, straight away it falls under dismissal.
Yeah.
But we're going to drop some charges by what she's putting into the company for the past years.
Exactly, that's the reason why we won't go through with dismissal.
What I'm going to do as well, once the decision is being made, I'm going to make sure that the record of the training is actually monitored, and we'll make sure that the training is given accordingly. So,
and a copy kept on her record.
a copy, yes, will be kept on our record, and so.
So as you can see from following, this is the example the company has to follow. This has been advised by ICAS. It's the sample of performance record. So literally, it's everything what you can record. I understand it is paperwork based, which should be done, but obviously it's a good practice for an employer to go under, to take.
So she will be reviewed.
Objectives are always going to be set.
And
There's different types of objectives, which is not just, you know, any simple objectives. It's mostly smart and conducted, so it's appropriately written and followed. Also the competencies, the achievements she made for the job and how she can improve, etc., etc. Personal development, you know, so she can reflect on it, and final review, which is going to be assessed. So we can present this to her, and I think everyone agreeing this is a good decision making for our company and for our employee. Right, so now we can take.
And just call her in.
Call it in, please.